Bruce Lee was born on November 27, 1940 in San Francisco, California. He was a Hong Kong American martial artist, martial arts instructor, philosopher, actor, movie director, movie producer, screenwriter, and founder of the Jeet Kune Do martial arts movement. Along with his famous one-inch punch, one of Lee's most adored skills was the two-finger push-up, which he first showcased in 1964. It is reported that Lee could rep out 200 two-finger press-ups and unbelievably 1,500 press-ups without breaking. Unless you were born just yesterday or have been living under a rock for a long time, you will likely know about Bruce Lee and his extraordinary exploits. The man was a master kung fu practitioner and is widely regarded as an all-time best martial artist even now. If you've ever watched any of Bruce Lee's movies, you won't even have a single doubt in believing that he was a human with special talents. Bruce Lee's lightning-quick moves as well as a chiseled frame might have made some people think that those were some sort of Hollywood special effects taking place when he moved and kicked ass on the screen. However, the things he was able to accomplish physically defied several laws of nature. And the truth is, there were no special effects, it was all real. He was known for his iconic two-finger push-up, where he could balance the weight of his entire body on his two fingers. Bruce Lee was a martial arts legend who is revered for his innovative techniques, unmatched speed, and impeccable precision. One of the most famous of his techniques was the one-inch punch, a powerful and explosive blow that he could deliver from a distance of just 1 inch. The one-inch punch developed by Bruce Lee is without question the martial arts legend's most famous move. As the name implies, the one-inch punch is a move that allows martial artists to strike at extremely short distances. What makes it so remarkable is the idea that when executed correctly, the attacker can generate enough force to knock down an opponent. This technique has become a symbol of Bruce Lee's extraordinary ability and has been studied and emulated by martial artists all over the world. The one-inch punch is a technique that involves generating power and speed over a very short distance. The key to the technique is in the way that the punch is delivered. Instead of using the arm to generate force, the punch is generated by using the entire body in a coordinated and explosive movement. The power of the punch is generated by the transfer of momentum from the lower body to the upper body and then to the arm. The one-inch punch is a complex and challenging technique that requires a great deal of skill and practice to master. It's hard to write about Bruce Lee without insinuating that he was some kind of machine sent back from the future. It's a fact that Lee's movements were too fast for cameras to film, so they had to slow down the footage. Well, there's some truth to that. For some reason though, people seem to miss out the coolest parts. Lee was cast as Kato in The Green Hornet in 1966, but once they began filming, the show's cameraman learned that Bruce's kicks and punches were actually too fast to be seen on camera. The problem was eventually solved by simply asking Lee to punch and kick slower. Before leaving Hong Kong, Bruce Lee had picked up a skill. Besides being one of the greatest martial artists who ever lived, Bruce Lee was also talented in another, perhaps more surprising field, cha-cha dancing. Apparently, Bruce Lee took up the hobby a year after he started taking serious kung fu lessons. At first, cha-cha dancing was just a way to impress a girl, but he soon became pretty good at it. He also found that practicing dancing could improve his footwork and balance, and soon invested his crazy focus in dancing as well as kung fu. It's said that Bruce always carried a card containing more than 100 individual dance steps that he could flip through. At 18, he was so good at dancing that he won a competition to become the cha-cha champion of Hong Kong. To further illustrate just how good he was, when Bruce was traveling to America with only $100 in his pocket, he made extra cash by teaching some of the wealthy American passengers how to dance. Lee's devotion to working out was almost unparalleled, and many modern fitness fanatics looked to him for inspiration. He worked on punches or kicks every day did weight training and developed his abs so intensely he could pull off a move called dragon flag, in which he could hold his body upright and parallel to the ground with only his shoulders for support. Lee reportedly was so concerned about his body that he cut out anything considered unhealthy, drank shakes made of blended hamburger meat, and consumed large amounts of vitamins. He allegedly avoided parties in Hollywood because he didn't drink or smoke. To say Lee's training routines were intense will be an understatement, but the speed and power he created through extreme workouts made him not only a martial arts legend, but an alleged world record holder. According to reports, Lee had the ability to punch 9 times a second, could do push-ups using only one finger, and was so agile he could jump 8 feet into the air from a standing position. It's not entirely certain if these facts are completely truthful, but Lee's physical strength was so powerful. It is true he needed special equipment to help him train. After reportedly destroying a punching bag with a side kick and slamming another so hard it swung back and hit the ceiling, it became clear Lee needed to invest in more specialized training equipment. In order to practice his kicks, Lee had to use a 300-pound punching bag that could stand up to his power. He was so strong that he would do his exercises on this bag, and then if he went to one of the regular bags, he would blow it away. In 1970, Bruce Lee suffered what would have been a career-ending injury for most athletes. Lee's workout routines were very difficult and dangerous even if performed correctly. And even though Lee usually took every precaution when working out, one day he chose not to warm up before performing a good morning exercise. The good morning consisted of Bruce placing a barbell that weighed over 45 kilos on his shoulders and bending over until he was parallel with the ground. Something went wrong and Lee was soon admitted to hospital with crippling back pain. He was told that he had damaged the fourth sacral nerve in his spine. His doctor then told him that he would never practice Kung Fu again, at least not at the same level. The most he could hope for, they said, was to lead a normal life. Lee spent the next 6 months trying to prove them wrong, developing his own philosophy and teaching himself to walk again. Eventually, he walked out of the hospital and managed to become faster and stronger than he had been before the injury. On July 20, 1973, the actor and martial arts expert Bruce Lee died in Hong Kong at age 32 from a brain edema, possibly caused by a reaction to a prescription painkiller. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and please subscribe to this channel if you have not yet subscribed. Subscription is free. Thanks for watching and see you in another video.